Coming in, you guys, it's day number 63 of my 365-day Jimmy Ice Bath Challenge. Going into the cold tub here today, the Morosco Forge, as always, and it's always fun to get into an ice bath. I look forward to this every single day, 5 p.m. Eastern Time I get in there, so if you ever miss an episode, it is on replay, but I always go live on Instagram. Living Low Carb Man over on Instagram if you're watching this on the replay. 33.1 degrees Fahrenheit today, you guys. And so it's nice and chilly. I am noticing, by the way, that yes, there's ice in there, but I'm starting to get some of this gunk buildup. So I'm thinking I will need to drain that water out somehow. I'm still trying to figure out how to do that. But freshen it up, make it all fresh water again. Not that I think it smells or there's something wrong, but it's interesting. I haven't changed it since I've gotten this, and I've had it since, I think like early December was when I first started getting into the ice bath. And of course, every day since January the 1st. So, yeah. Hey, so I've got a great topic for you guys today that I think cold therapy in general can generate this thing I'm going to talk about. So stay tuned. I will tell you about that here in just a minute. But now it's time to get into the ice bath. Thank you guys for being here. If you're just joining in for the first time, welcome. Yes, I'm really going to put my body in that 33-degree water there. 5 minutes on the clock, you guys. And here we go. Oh, there's more ice at the bottom. Woo! I'm smiling because I know that what I'm doing right now is very, very hard. I'm smiling because I know this is something most people would never be willing to do ever in their life. I'm smiling because I realize that when I accomplish things that other people don't think they could do, when I accomplish things that people think are impossible, it kind of makes me unbreakable. It kind of makes me have a leg up. And I don't say that in a cocky, conceited way. I say it just to say, hey, look, doing things that make other people jealous because they want to do it but they don't feel like they can do it, it does a little something mentally for you. Like I can't put my finger on it, but I feel like pushing yourself to do these kind of things that are super hard changes you. And I can tell you verifiably, I have been changed because of cold therapy. I have been able to rewire something inside my head that makes me believe there's nothing I'm incapable of doing. So if you learn nothing else from watching me do all these ice baths, I want you to know you can change yourself too. You can make your mind wrap its head around not just ice baths, but really anything in your life that you're wanting to do and accomplish, you're capable, guys. You're able. There's nothing special about me that lets me get in here and accomplish this every single day. Once I started getting on this bandwagon and started doing this and got consistent with it, and do it again and again and again and again and again and again and again, every single day, 5 o'clock for 5 minutes in 32, 33 degree temperature water, it just became so habitual. But it's even more than that. It's even more than the habit of doing this very thing. I look at other areas of my life now and go, where have I been half-assing it? Where could I tighten things up there a little bit? What else can I accomplish that's hard that I'm not currently doing? Can I tell you what an amazing feeling that is? Most people run away from the hard things in life, but it's those who run to the hard things that you want in your life. Be one of those people. Let yourself become unbreakable. Can't really put a price on that, you guys. Not many people are willing to put themselves through what it takes to be that. All right, I'm going to come up a little bit so I can go under. I always slide up just a little bit. Here we go. Yes, yes. Beep, 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 beep. Welcome, welcome, guys. Do you feel invincible? Do you feel unbreakable? I know ice baths aren't the only thing that can make people feel that way. This just happens to be my thing. I see my friend Kira's on here now. She does jiu-jitsu. Now, that's something that's very hard that a lot of people would not do. And it makes you feel, well, you have the battle wounds, Kira, but it makes you feel strong. It makes you feel like you can accomplish. And when you've got those kinds of things in your life, you guys, it's invaluable. It's so invaluable. And look, even if it's just a mindset thing, mindset is most of the battle. The things we don't do in this world come down to you don't think you can. And so changing that mindset, doing hard things, it's everything in pushing yourself to be who you are. And look, a lot of people are trying to find themselves these days, especially after the pandemic. They're trying to figure out, who am I in this world? What's my purpose? Why am I here? What am I doing? And if you can't answer those questions, if you can't kind of come up with your purpose in the world, what's the point of being, right? And so making yourself strong, making yourself resilient, making yourself unbreakable, these are all things that I just feel like put you in the position of being who you are and what you were intended to be. There's something that's changed in Jimmy. I can't fully put my finger on it, but from doing this 63 days now, you guys, and I can't imagine the next 302 days through the end of the year that I'm going to continue doing this every single day. It's an invigoration. It's kind of a confidence, but not a cockiness. I definitely don't ever want to come across as cocky. But there is this sense of, hey, I can accomplish. And a lot of people need that boost mentally. A lot of people want that ability to say, yeah, I want to be confident. I want to walk into the things that I want to do. I want to try things that I never tried before that seemed too impossible, seemed just out of the reach. You can do them now. All because you dared to push yourself a little harder. Which is why yesterday I announced the 1 minute cold challenge, where I'm just encouraging everyone that watches my videos. If you're watching me get into a 5-minute video full of 32 degree, 33 degree temperature water, I'm doing that for 5 minutes. I'm asking you to just do 1 minute in a cold shower. Had a lady write me today. She said, I took you up on your challenge. I turned the water down slowly, turning the hot water off slowly until it was like as cold as she could took. She did that for about 30 seconds, letting it hit all of her body. And then guess what she did, you guys? She turned it all the way off on the hot end, so all that was left was just the cold. She said, I made my head get under that water and rushed all over. And she said, I couldn't believe it. It was exhilarating. It was the most amazing feeling. And she said, I heard you say that on your videos, but I didn't believe you. She believes me now. And now she's like, all right, I got this. And all it took was for her to be willing to do something hard. Willing to put herself through some perception of pain of going under cold water. And she made that 1 minute. Something tells me she won't stay at 1 minute for long. And that's kind of the point. I think once you do a minute and you get used to that, which will happen extremely quickly, I mean, you'll be shocked how quickly you will acclimate to 1 minute of cold water in your shower. I have a feeling she's going to be in there for, before long, 5-10 minutes, and it'll be great. I literally have done that for an hour. I've been in a cold shower for an hour, just letting it hit me. That was long before I got into ice baths. See, now you know why I need to get into a 5-minute ice bath, because I used to do hour-long cold showers. So, all right, let's see who else here. By the way, hands stayed in the whole time today, and they're not numb here. Just about 5 minutes after I got out, they're already back. My hands, all the feeling are back in there. And so I feel great today. Toes toes are actually back. My skin is super red. It's always red when I come out of there, which is normal, guys. Jacob's here. Michelle, CC Guide Dogs, Paguia, Dell is here. Andy's here. Linda, Carrie, Gustafson, Sharon, HD No Ride. Sharon says, here we go. Yes. SJ Tucker, Jacob says the bath might be colder if you turn that fan on above. Yeah, no, I don't need wind chill factor, bruh. Yes, I don't need wind chill factor in that ice bath. I promise you, it's plenty cold without wind chill factor. JEC is here. Texas Livingston's here. Grand Strand Health Coaching's here. He was at my birthday party. What's up, bud? Holly's here. Liz is here. Autumn gives me a heart. Golsa's here. Deland's here. Very stoic, says Grand Strand. Yes, when I first get in, you gotta be stoic. You gotta. That's what Jimmy does. Now, some people love the Wim Hof, and I'm not opposed to people doing Wim Hof, where it's the when you do those really quick breaths in and out. I don't like those personally, and especially since I live by myself. If I pass out doing Wim Hof, no thank you. Now, maybe I've got a few friends that are Wim Hof instructors. Maybe I could get them to help me. Why do I black out when I do? Why do I get real dizzy when I do Wim Hof? But I love, for the purposes of the ice bath, slow, methodical, in through the nose, and then out through the mouth. And you see me about a minute and a half, sometimes a little longer, but today I felt really good in there. In fact, from the very beginning of being in there, I was pretty, all pun intended, chill. I was pretty chill in the cold water, but I was able to be pretty methodical today. Autumn says, impressive. Thank you. I have built up to this point. Everybody's like, wow, I could never get into a 32, 33 degree temperature ice bath for 5 minutes a day, Jimmy. And I'm like, yeah, you could if you worked up to it. And you got to stop looking at someone like myself who's done this for 3 years and you've never done anything, you can't compare your journey to mine, which is true in any realm, by the way. I always tell people that with keto or fasting. Well, fasting, I only fasted for 18 hours and other people fast for weeks and days. And I'm like, 18 hours, is that the best you've ever done? Yes. You need to celebrate what your best is, and what other people do is of no consequence to you. So think of ice baths and cold therapy in the same way. What's the longest you've done under cold water in your bathtub? And letting that shower hit you. Okay, you did 30 seconds. Okay, great. Next time try 45 seconds. And you build and you build and you build and you build. And guys, it does not take long. It doesn't. Sylvia's here. Maureen's here. Bulletproof Coconut says, go, Jimmy. Grandstern said, I just listened to a Dave Asprey podcast with Dr. Stephen Gundry. Love him, by the way. Both of them, actually. And they mentioned breath control can heat up your body. Ooh, I did not know that. So that's interesting. I will definitely have to go listen to Dr. Gundry. But that makes sense. There's a lot of mechanisms in the body that can help warm you up. And I've talked about a few of them before, that when you get into cold, one of the ways that your body kicks in ways to warm you back up, besides shiver, everybody thinks of shiver. Shivering is something it does, but it's literally, if you shiver, it's the last thing that you do, which currently, by the way, I'm not shivering coming out. My friend Kelly, who stayed with me for my birthday party, she was here last week, and she got into the Morosco Forge, and she did great. She was in there for 4 minutes in 32-degree temperature water, and as soon as she got out, she was like, and it was amazing to me because I never shiver like that. Meaning, I have other mechanisms that are warming me up. Well, number one, I'm a bigger boy. But then number two, that brown fat has to be kicking in pretty strong. 63 days of doing this, I'm getting so much brown fat activation, it's probably recruiting some of the white fat and turning it into beige fat, which then turns into brown fat. That can help warm you up as well. There's so many thermogenic things in the body that could be helping. And if you're eating adequate amounts of food, that's also a thermogenic effect. And I'm currently doing something with my diet I have not announced publicly yet. It will happen soon, just bear with me. But I'm doing something in my diet which is having me consume enough food. And so maybe that's having an effect as well. So it's real interesting how the body can warm itself up. But I had not heard about breath control heating the body up. I will definitely look into that more. That could be an interesting topic for one of my videos. Sandra's here. Paola's here. Patty, Kira, Laura, Soul, Miss Hockey, Gabby, Monica, Carmel, Beth Learning Keto says, happy to hear about your hands. Yeah, for those of you that have not been watching, the last week, my hands have been getting intensely squeezed. It feels like the skin's getting pulled off while I'm under the water. I had not experienced that at all. When I first started in January, I'd have little pins and needles. It'd be like pricklies all over, like thousands of little pins, which was not pleasant, by the way. I didn't like that, but I forced myself to keep them under. It wasn't so much that I just couldn't take it. And so over the last week, I've noticed that pulling sensation, and it's gotten to the point where I'm next to tears. It's hurting so much. So yesterday I pulled my hands up out of the water. That did mitigate it a bit, and I did feel some of that sensation starting today, but I was able to stay under the entire time. So I was very happy to hear about that too, Beth. Jacob says, good work. Thank you, sir. Carol Ann's here. Jen, Mama Lentz, Trisha, El Gonzal, Dr. Ariel's here, Svetlina, Grandstrand said it was a very interesting podcast with Dr. Gundry, his new book, Unlocking the Keto Code. Oh, I need to reach out to Dr. Gundry and interview him myself. I should try podcasting sometime. I think I might be good at it someday. Svetlana says, you have a beautiful home. Could you ever do a house tour? This is my man cave, and I have done some videos before. I mean, I suppose I could, but And it has been a while, and I know I have a lot of new followers now, but I have backyard chickens as well, and I've got a whole nother building that's my house that has my recording studio for my podcast. Yeah, I'll do it, but separately from the ice bath videos. I like to keep it focused on the ice bath. Bulletproof says, can't wait for the walk and talk. So yes, you guys, I missed the walk and talk. And for those of you that don't know what that is, on the weekends, I don't have any podcasts that air. And so I started this habit in the fall of going on a walk. And when I go on the walk, I bring my phone with me and I do an Instagram live. And I was just talking to people during my Stay-Batical to 50. Well, I kind of affectionately called them the walk and talk because I would just like walk, talk about a subject, and then get interaction from you guys. So I came up with that idea. And so when that Stay-Batical ended, I was like, hey, I enjoyed all these walk and talks, even though I've got blisters still on my toes that have hardened over. And so on the weekends, that's what I try to do, either Saturday or Sunday. So this week, definitely going to do it tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern time. I'll be posting on my stories here soon all of that information. I think I'm going to do it. I'm trying to remember the topic I came up with. Something like how to find value, how to feel valued in a world that doesn't value you, or something like that. I feel like so many people are flailing right now in life and they don't feel very valuable, and that the world makes them feel that they're not very valuable. So how do we change that? Come here. Come here. My cat's making some noise. Come here, Peaches. I'm going to show her on camera if I can get her to come. Come on, Bubba. Hey, baby. Come here. Wee. Here's my Peaches. She's my old lady. I've had her for over 18 years. She's not going to be with us much longer, so I try to love on her as much as possible. Say hi to the peoples. Say hi to peoples. Peaches. Peaches. All right. She going to be quiet on me. That's my girl. All right. Love all the wood. It's stunning. Thank you. Yeah, I had this building custom made, actually. Right at about 5 or 6 years ago. It's hard to keep up with what year it is now because of the last 2 years has just been a blur. So when people say, how long ago? I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago. Jessica's here. Always Sunny is here. Sharon says, yay, walk and talk. Yes, I may even do another one on Sunday. I have a few topics I want to talk about, but definitely this feeling valuable in a world that doesn't value you is one that's been on my heart for a bit. So I'm excited to talk to you guys about that on Saturday. Phyllis says, oh, she's beautiful, talking about my cat Peaches. Thank you. Beautiful cat. We've had our dog since 2004. Wow. Mama Lentz, that's awesome. Trying to think, 18 years ago, yeah, that would have been right at 2004 as well. So we have the same age animal. Sharon went, aw, kitty emoji. Iwanam is here. J Deep, he says, hey brother, how are you? I am awesome, man. Thanks for being here. Johnson sure is here. So those of you that came in late, I am on day number 63 of getting into an ice bath for 5 minutes a day. And I just finished my session about 15 minutes ago. And yeah, I'm all the way warm again. I feel great. Haven't done this on camera in a bit, so let's test my temperature now. Post-bath, somewhere around 20-25 minutes. I got all those cat hairs in my mouth and nose now, so I'm trying to... And let's see what my temp is. See, it's already dropping, guys. 98.1. So what happens is, and I've told you guys about this, preemptively it goes up about an hour before I get into the ice bath. and it stays up until I get in the ice bath. Then I get in the ice bath, probably a slight little dip while I'm in there. Then I come out, and in the immediacy of like 5 to 10 minutes afterwards, my body temperature goes up into like 99 point something. And then it starts to fall. I'm noticing this fall is starting a lot quicker than it ever has. And so what that does, that fall in temperature, is your core body temperature going down, which is why I start to get sleepy when I do an ice bath. Because that core body temperature dropping is one of the things that you try to do to help you rest better. And so I'm excited to see that the temperature is dropping faster. Usually it takes about an hour before that drop starts to happen. So now it's been circa 20 minutes. This is pretty awesome. I love it. I love it. All right, guys, let me pop off here for now. Thank you so much for following along on my 365-day Jimmy Ice Bath Challenge. Hope you enjoy this. I have lots of topics still to talk about, so stick around. I am going to look into that breathing. Grand Strand brought it to my attention about breathing, increasing body temperature. That sounds really fascinating. I need to learn more about that. So let me get some information, and I'll do a future video on that topic. So, all right, guys, thank you so much. Enjoy your Friday and enjoy your weekend. See you on the Walk and Talk on Saturday, and we'll see you then. Bye, guys.